Now, one of the biggest fights of the year is almost upon us. The months of training are over. Thousands of fans are arriving in the fight capital of the world. And the champion, Frampton, is ready to rumble.
The Jackal and his challenger, Leo Santa Cruz, will weigh in for their super fight rematch at around 11 p.m. our time. Our
sports correspondent, Ruth Gorman, has been following the big fight preparations throughout the week, and she sent us this latest report from Las Vegas.
I won't just survive. Oh, you will see me thrive.
If you've already beaten a person, everyone else is already they're expecting you almost to win again. But it's not that simple.
I won't just conform, no matter how you shake my core. 'Cause my roots, they run deep.
I believe I can knock him out. I know I have the power to hurt him. We've seen that in the first fight. But if I hit him clean, I believe I can knock him out.
Don't doubt it, don't doubt it. Victory is in my veins. I know it, and I will not negotiate. I'll fight it, I'll fight it.
I don't even want to think about losing. I'm going into this fight to do whatever it takes to win.
You're out of time, but still I rise.
I'm going to get my hand raised. I think it's going to be a more convincing win.
They'll go again. This time, the stakes are higher. And this time, America is aware of the Jackal.
I think that it was probably overlooked a little bit in the first fight. If you look at, I think there was 35 American journalists asked who was going to win the fight, and 33 picked Leo Santa Cruz. So he was a big favourite. The bookies had him the favourite. A lot of people thought it was going to be an easy fight for him, and maybe he thought that himself. But I just knew that I had the beating on him.
I think he's getting a lot more mature. You know, he's always had the ability, but he's knowing himself. He's knowing his own abilities, what he can do, what he can do, what he shouldn't be doing, and he's just learning. You know, he hasn't had that many fights, although he's at a world level for it feels quite a long time. He still hasn't had that many fights, and you know, he learned from that last fight. And I really believe, you know, this next one's going to be one of the best performances of his career.
Welshman Lee Selby is keen to set up a world featherweight unification fight with Frampton if they both retain their belts here in Vegas. For now, though, the only thing on Frampton's mind is Santa Cruz. Manager Barry McGuigan will provide his final motivation before entering the ring.
It's things like that, you know, think about what this is about. Think about how all the years of training and all of the sacrifice and the pain that you've gone through, and the weight making and everything else. This is what it's all about right now. We're walking to the ring, and this is what it's about.
This is the biggest fight of both Frampton and Santa Cruz's careers on the biggest stage of all. Whoever shines the brightest here on Saturday night will reach new heights in the boxing world.
I think this fight, considering how exciting the last fight was, it deserved to be in a place like this. It deserved to be in the fight capital of the world, the MGM, the most iconic boxing venue worldwide. I think this fight deserves it. I think it's going to be another cracker. But again, I think I'm going to have my hand raised at the end.
Don't be surprised, I will still rise.
Ruth Gorman, UTV Live, Las Vegas.
So Frampton is just a day away from the biggest fight of his career, and Gavin Andrews is here with this evening's sport.
Yes, the biggest fight and the biggest payday. A journey which started in the Midland Club on Belfast Shore Road over 2 decades ago has taken Frampton to top of the bill in Las Vegas. In the early hours of Sunday morning, the undefeated world champion puts his title on the line in a rematch with Mexico's Leo Santa Cruz. Thomas Kane is there for BBC Newsline.
Las Vegas is the gambling capital of the world, and while the stakes are high, Frampton believes it's not too big a risk to face three-weight world champion Leo Santa Cruz in a rematch. The Belfast boxer wants to go all in for the rest of his career with potentially huge contests on the cards. It's the biggest payday and the biggest challenge so far for Carl as he aims to become the King of Vegas.
I just can't wait to get going now. This is the top of the boxing world, the top on a bill in the MGM. Not too many people from the UK and Ireland get to do that, and not too many featherweights get to do it. So I think me and Leo are both in a very lucky position that we're doing what we're doing.
Do you feel you're within touching distance of becoming a superstar?
Yeah, well, it's a big deal. It really is, and I don't know. I don't like words like that, superstar. You know, I think that in terms of being a boxer, I'm very good, and we're doing our thing. I think the fan base that I have at the minute, I don't think there's another fighter in the world that has the fan base like this.
Have you had any chance at all to interact with fans and supporters who've made the trip?
I've done a little bit. I've been walking around and shaking hands, and people seem to be enjoying themselves, and there's more and more people coming and arriving. So at this point, I'm trying my best to hide, but I've been doing a little bit, and we'll do some more stuff with the fans after the fight.
He's like a wee brother to me, you know. I'm so proud to see his name up in lights here in Vegas. You know, we have come to Vegas a few times. We've always said over the years we would love to see Carl Frampton box here, and there it is. It's came true for us. You know, it's a dream come true for myself. You know, my wife.
We got in the taxi from the airport and we were driving in, and he was on the buses and he was on the billboards, and I'm like it's just Carl. You just can't believe what he has achieved. It's brilliant.
The support he's got really has done him a massive favour, and they're doing him proud, and the section of noise they'll be making in the arena is going to have a big impact. It's going to have a positive impact for him come fight night. He's confident, he's on the weight, he's saying all the right things. For me, I just think it's going to be another barnstorm. It's going to be a really, really tough fight, but I just think Carl Frampton's in no real danger of losing this.
He's got ice in his blood. He's the most calm guy under pressure. The more pressure, it's almost like the cooler and calmer he gets, the more composed he gets. I believe he wins, and I believe it'll be another blockbuster fight. It'll be so exciting.
So far in his professional career, Carl Frampton has had 23 fights and 23 wins. But victory number 24 on the biggest stage of all would propel him to another level within the sport.
24 black.
Thomas Keane, BBC Newsline, Las Vegas.